Good afternoon, Raider baseball fans. We're about to get underway here in just a little bit. The umpires have just arrived, and we'll get back going. As score currently is 3-1. We're in the top of the third.
Yes. Top of third.
Top of the third, getting ready to get back underway. Game 3, if necessary, will be tonight at 6 o'clock down in the Braunfels. The Raiders definitely want to make that trip down there to extend their playoff hopes and state tournament hopes and make that return trip. You know, the magic happened just a few years ago, and it started against New Braunfels Canyon.
Yes, it did.
Every series that we've played the past 3 years have gone to 3 games.
Yep, and as they would say, and you have mentioned, today at 6 p.m. could be the rubber match to the rubber matches.
Right. And so that's kind of how we have won the same number of games so far in this contest, and so that will determine, this game right here will determine who advances or if we play a game 3. So we're looking forward to that. It is a balmy morning after the storms that blew through last night. Fortunately, we did not get any hail damage, but we had a lot of lightning and a lot of heavy rain come through last night around 10:30, 11 o'clock, when it really kind of started coming down hard.
It was basically just a light show that did inevitably stop the game, and unfortunately it stuck. It wasn't moving very fast and just stuck right overhead, and literally every 2 or 3 minutes they were resetting that 30-minute clock, and it just got to the point where it made no sense to try to get the game or finish the game last night. So here we are.
So we're going to get Jonathan to go give us the rundown from last night, from the game changer stats through the first 2 innings.
So with those 2 innings, let me get this pulled up here real quick. Starting pitcher for your Rouse Raiders, Trey Schluter, did have 31 total pitches, 21 for strikes. He has gone 2 innings, allowing 2 hits. They did have 1 run scored, not earned. And that was due to a errant throw from third base, which did allow that run to score, come around. He got on and turned around, came in and scored. No walks, 2 strikeouts for Trey. Rouse Raiders did put in 3 hits in that offensively to have the 3 runs scored, one of those coming off of a bomb from Oscar Salazar. On the other side of the mat, Diamond Sam Ortiz did go 60 pitches, 32 for strikes, so I don't expect that we will see him back out on the mound to start this or finish this game. He did allow 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Due up for Canyon in the third. Back to the top of the order, Irureta Goyena, Cayman Cantu, and Will Canalicchio. Tyler checking in already. Good morning, Tyler. Let's go, Cougars.
Tyler's back with us. Far's older brother, right? No.
No. He's a cousin. He's a cousin to Elijah Farley.
Farley. I was close.
You had Bron Farr stuck in your head.
I did, man. He had a great game 1.
Yes, he did. We'll go through and make sure our defensive players are the same, and it appears that they are for the Raiders defensively. Trey Schluter on the mound, Nathan Miller behind the plate, Nolan Harris at first, Rainer Heinrich at second, Blake Gonzalez at third, Joe Sparshoe at short, Caden Kaspar in left, Landon Miller in center, and Mikey Caputo in right. Irureta Goyena makes his way to the plate for his second at bat. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time up. Schluter winds and deals a breaking ball that's popped up and playable. Rainer Heinrich is called off by Mikey Caputo to make the catch, and that will do it for Irureta Goyena. 1 pitch, 1 out. A fly ball to right.
Yeah, and then again, sort of what I was alluding to just a second ago is I do not expect to see Sam Ortiz back on the mound because of having gone 60 pitches, where in the other side, Trey Schluter having only gone 31 pitches can pick up right where he left off. And they are coming out of the gate swinging, are the New Braunfels.
I kind of treat them like I treat us. I don't like the Leander in front of the Rouse. So I try to do the Canyon Cougars as well. Gonzalez with the throw to first. Wow, what a play by Blake Gonzalez. Throws on the run.
And able to get a really good position on the arm there. Did not have to go sidearm because that easily could have got away from him. And one area that they have struggled, our third basemen are on those little dribblers that they have to throw on the run, but nothing wrong with that one there at all.
5-3 on the putout. For whatever reason, we are experiencing some – we don't have the activity showing on OBS.
Oh, you're right. Let me –
okay, go ahead. Okay, we should be going again here in just one second. All right, folks, we got that taken care of. For whatever reason, the program glitched and we had to restart the program. But we're back with you, and hopefully you can see the players. Let me know that you're seeing them. That was a 4-3 put out of Will Canalicchio.
Yeah, so a little freeze up there. Sort of picking up where we left off. We had good live feed showing on the camera, but again, it froze and just stuck in the pregame
yeah, in the
view.
pregame mode, but there we go.
So great job there.
To retire the side in order.
3 up, 3 down on, what, 4 swings?
I don't see a number yet.
4 pitches.
Number 2. Do we have a name? Oh, it's Sam Ortiz back on the mound.
He is coming back out. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Due up for the Raiders in the third, Salazar, Harris, and Caputo. Defensively, Ortiz on the mound, Ott behind the plate, Will Canalicchio at first, Trip Villanueva at second, Jackson Kinsey at third, Cayman Cantu at short, Evan Janner in left, Isaac Urureta-Goyena in center, and Elijah Farley in right. Oscar Salazar 1 for 1. He hit a 2-run moonshot over the left field fence to put the Raiders in the lead. He will take 4 ball.
Yeah, and again, little difference here. We do have a different home plate umpire for this game. Everybody at home that was following.
That pitch in for a strike, and he's animated on his strike
call.
He is more
animated.
There you go. The umpire we had last night, not so much. The 1-1, he lays off for ball 2, a high fastball. Sarah checking in. You got this, Raiders. The 2-1 pitch, and Salazar will foul this one out of play, and that will even the count at 2.
Yeah, that was a 5-pitch inning for Trey Schluter there to get this game underway.
Nolan Harris on deck. The 2-2 pitch from Ortiz. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will do it for Salazar. Out number 1. Nolan Harris is 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up. Mikey Caputo on deck. Harris will take for a strike. Another strike down the middle.
Sam Ortiz wasting no time at all, going right at the next pitch.
The 0-2, that's high and outside for ball 1. He had 50 pitches in the bank beginning this inning, and this is hit back up the middle. Villanueva has it, the throw to first in time. 4-3 on the putout of Harris. 2 away for Mikey Caputo. 2 out with nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Ortiz will wind and deal a breaking ball in for a strike. He'll drop another curveball in, but this one misses just a little low, and that will even things up at 1. 1-1 pitch. And Caputo lifts this one high and into right. And Canalicchio, wow, he sticks the glove out. And it drops right in as he lost sight of it. But the glove was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, like a wide receiver making a reception over the shoulder on a Hail Mary.
Kind of Odell Beckham style in a sense, except he didn't go to the ground. And the Raiders go in order in the third. After 3 complete, we're 3-1 Rouse. Schluter back out to pitch the 4th and due up for the Cougars in the 4th, Ortiz, Janner, and Farley.
Yeah, and earlier today I was able to take in another baseball game, watching Big E play his T-ball game this morning.
Awesome.
It was so cool being able to see those guys. It reminds you so much of all of our boys, back at that time whenever they were playing T-ball, and you got kids that hitting the ball and swinging the bat and dropping it and running towards third.
T-ball, coach pitch, kid pitch.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
Oh, yes. So much fun. Taking back the memories,
Angel checking in. Come on, Joseph and the Raiders. Little shoddy. Ortiz is 1 for 1. He has a single. And he will hit this one foul and out of play.
Yeah, and once again, every single batter has offered at the first pitch from Trey Schluter with these Cougars. So
Schluter has the sign. He winds and deals. This is popped up foul. Nolan Harris tracking it. He's called off by Rainer Heinrich in foul territory. That will bring up Evan Janner. Janner is 1 for 1. He has an RBI single.
And again, just like he started out game 1, he started out game 2 the same way. Just first pitch, driving it right up the middle. And
he has had a hot bat. Schluter will deal on the outside corner for a strike. Little changeup drops in there.
Yeah, great pitch. Great off-speed pitch there. Really had Janner on his heels, not really thinking about that one at all.
The 0-1. This is a pitch down the middle. It'll be played by Harris. A lob to Schluter at first. That'll go 3-1 on the put out of Janner.
Great solid defense here early for Rouse, which is a great sign of what's to come. The play, unfortunately, that the folks at home didn't get an opportunity to see with him running in on that bunt.
That's only the second time he's been retired.
Yeah.
Through these games so far.
And he got a free pass in the last game.
Farley will hit this up the middle to Heinrich at second. And this inning was the Rainer Heinrich show practically.
Well,
they go in order in the 4th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and on to the bottom we go. Due up for the Raiders, Gonzalez, Sparshoe, and Miller. That's your 7, 8, and 9 batters.
And another 5-pitch inning. So, that's literally back-to-back 5-pitch innings. The Cougar batters are just trying. They're not being patient at all. They are seeing it, and they're trying to get on the board early, trying to get some base runners, obviously trying to flip the switch. They do not want to see a Game 3. Obviously, they would love to go home.
41
pitches now through
so far,
through
4 innings.
And he went 15 for average in his first 2 and then turns around and goes 5 average in his next 2. So that's extremely efficient. And, hey, if they're going to put him in play, you got your defense working behind you. Let's make that happen and get out of these innings, make quick work of it, and have a little bit longer of a break, between the games after they have to drive down to New Braunfels.
Gonzalez 0 for 1. He was caught looking at his first at bat. He takes for ball 1. Lott gives the sign. I say Ott gives the sign. That pitch misses down and away for ball 2. Ortiz winds and deals. That misses low. That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Over the plate, but low. Yeah, I think I saw the catcher really having to drop down to receive that ball.
The 3-0 pitch. That's in for a strike.
You know, and Rouse, on the flip side of this, being very patient at the plate.
The 3-1. That misses low for ball 4.
And as a result, we get a walk, and now we have the first base runner of the restart here.
Little shotty. Joseph Sparshoe makes his way to the plate. Sparshoe, the shortstop for the Raiders. Come on, mama. Be crossing those fingers for you, Bubba. And he lays a bunt right back down to Ortiz, and Gonzalez will get the second.
Good
on
job.
The sacrifice.
Great execution there. Exactly what he needed to do. You know, and I guarantee you Mama's not crossing her fingers. She's yelling at the broadcast saying, "Get a hit, boy."
Nathan Miller will come to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Ended up being stranded at third as Dawson Snow was courtesy running for him. And he takes for a strike. Ortiz from the stretch, the 0-1. This is fouled away as that was a breaking ball that stayed up high for strike 2. Nothing into the count. Rainer Heinrich on deck. One on with one out, and Miller will foul this one off.
Just noticing a lot of opposite field hits and fouls here. I don't know if these pitchers are really fired up and the bats are just a little late or what the case is here, but definitely noticing a trend with those foul balls.
That one fouled away as well, and Miller seeing it, and he was a little behind on the swing.
Everything's been like that. It's interesting.
But he's seeing the ball well and making contact. Ortiz has the sign, the 0-2 pitch. That misses low for ball 1.
Yeah, and even
that was a good pitch to get him to chase after.
Right.
And Miller not fooled by it.
Well, again, patience, right?
Yeah.
One thing Coach would love to see is patience. Now, unfortunately, when you're down on an 0-2 count, can't really be too patient.
The 1-2 pitch, that's high for ball 2, and the count evens. Angel says, "You're right, Jonathan. I do love a hit. I'll take an advanced runner, anything for a run."
That's correct. Keep the guys moving on the base path.
The 2-2 pitch. This one
Get down, ball. Get down, ball.
Get out in the middle. Goyena dropped it. He looked like he made the catch, but when he came down, the glove was turned down instead of up, and it came out of his glove.
He tried to sell it. He picked it up off the ground in his hand and said, "Look, Blue, I got it."
And I don't really want to credit him with an error on that.
Dude, that was an unbelievable
effort.
I mean, he was absolutely
Officially, they'll
it.
probably call that an error with the glove, but I'm going to give him a hit on that because that was an outstanding play by Goyena. As he had to come in on that ball. It was a shallow fly ball to center, and the left, there was no way that Janner was going to be able to make it to it. Rainer Heinrich at the plate with 2 on. He'll take for ball 1. No activity in the Cougar bullpen as of yet. Landon Miller on deck. Ortiz from the stretch. He'll deal. This is lined down to third. This could be double play. And it is a 5-4-4-3 double play.
Great opportunity there for the Raiders, and unfortunately, as strong hit as that was for Rayner, it just was right to the waiting glove of Jackson Kinsey to start that 5-4-3. But Rayner made it close. I mean, he was obviously getting it up the line as you would expect from him, and I mean, it was a bang-bang play there at first.
Cougars end the threat. Raiders get no runs on one hit. They leave one. On to the fifth we go. Due up for the Cougars in the fifth. Kinsey, Head, and Villanueva. Carter checking in. Let's go, Nerner.
Nerner.
Carter
C5.
playing at the next level.
Oh, yeah. Wharton.
Yeah, pitch count carries over. So Ortiz at 87 pitches.
Yeah, again, the exact
there
opposite.
is some activity going now. Number 35
for
the Cougars. Jackson Kinsey comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I think he's just...
The 0-1, a fastball. This is hammered into left field. It gets under the glove of Blake Gonzalez. And Kinsey with a leadoff single.
Just a strong enough poke there to get past him as he's moving to his left and sort of fanned at it and unfortunately came up empty. So now New Braunfels with their first base runner of the restart here.
Kyle Head will come to the plate, one on with no outs, and he will show bunt and lay off. That's going to go the backstop, and Kinsey will motor on down to second on the wild pitch. That was a ball.
Yeah, that was a ball, but should have been handled there. But with a bat in front of the eyes of Nathan Miller, it does make it a little difficult to glove that.
Throw back to second will not be in time as Kinsey gets back, standing up. Schluter from the stretch. Kinsey shows bunt and leaves the bat out there and will get hit for a strike.
Head.
Oh, did I say
at
Kinsey?
The bat, yeah.
Head,
Kinsey at second, Head at
1-1 the count to Head. Head shows bunt again. This time it'll go foul, and that'll be a second strike.
Yeah, great job there, Nathan, letting that one, seeing the spin on that ball, letting it go, knowing it was going to spin foul, and then quickly picking that up. And recalling last night when Head was up, he fell for that off-speed swing and a miss on his first at bat.
1-2 the count to Head. The 1-2 pitch. He went to bunt on a third strike, and that will do it for him, regardless of what the pitch was.
What in the
He missed,
world
and
was
that you don't normally see that.
Not at all. I mean, not at this level. I know we've talked previously during the World Baseball Classic. You know, Japan didn't matter; they were laying it down, but those guys executed unbelievably well.
Villanueva grounded to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Iruretagoyina on deck, and he'll line this one into left. Kaspar has it. and he'll get the throw in to hold the runner at third. And Villanueva with his first hit of the game. First hit of this series.
Interesting, okay.
Runners on the corners for Irureta Goyena. He's 0 for 2. He is grounded to short and flown out to right.
And once again, we'll see if he tries to jump on first pitch, as was the case there with Villanueva.
Schluter comes set. The pitch just misses outside for ball one.
Great pitch there, just unfortunately not getting enough of the plate to get the strike call. But a double play here gets us out of the inning. So we'll be looking for that ground ball.
Schluter will step off and look Kinsey back to third, and Yo-Yo back to first to keep Villanueva close. The 1-0, this is fouled back out of play for strike one. And that will even things up.
And you could tell Irureta Goyena is hyped up right now.
Larry Jasek checking in. Let's go Canyon. The 1-1 pitch. Wow, misses low for ball two. It looks like a pretty good pitch.
Another tight pitch in there, yeah. I mean, again, we've got to – pitchers have to get adjusted here to a new home plate umpire. So, guess the other guy wasn't available.
Throw to first, not in time as Villanueva gets back in safely. The 2-1 pitch inside on the hands. Swung at it, missed for strike two.
And that would have been ball three, as far inside as that was, but he was really looking to send that one down the line.
He tried to turn on it.
He did. It was it spun out of it.
Cantu on deck. Back pick to first, not in time. Villanueva gets back safely. Harris way up in front of the bag. Didn't really have the opportunity to apply a tag, even if it had been on time.
Right. Good idea, though.
Payoff pitch coming up. Full count. Swing and a miss.
And into the glove.
Into the glove.
A foul tip. Yeah, he did. He got a little bit of that right into the glove of Nathan Miller, who quickly held it up to show that he did catch that.
Big out, strikeout for out number two. Ramon Garcia checking in. Let's go, Trip. Well, he's at first base right now. Cayman Cantu will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in this contest, and he'll chop on that one. That's called a foul ball. Hit the line or hit
the plate.
If it hits the plate, that's a foul ball.
Yeah, and luckily so, because that ball was sort of in no man's land, barely hit, and I don't think we would have had a play on that.
I don't think so either.
So that's a great break there for Rouse, as a run would have come in to score, and there'd have been 2 on.
0-1, the count to Cantu. Suter will step off and look both runners back.
You know, I'm thinking the same thing, Kenny.
It's a balk on a lefty. A lefty has to come home, or I mean, if he makes a play to first, he can't yo-yo like a righty can do from third.
Okay.
This is hit back up the middle. Sparshoe has it. He'll step on the bag to get the force, and that will do it as the Raiders end the Cougar threat. That will go 6 unassisted on the putout.
Yeah, and Kenny was just saying what I was thinking in my head. I was like, man, something in my memory banks told me that the yo-yo back and forth, you had to make a throw, but it is for the lefty pitcher, not the righty. Okay, so it was there in my mind, and not as familiar with that call or with that rule.
Got a shout out. Please shout out Roseland Colin Correjo's aunt watching from Port O'Connor. Thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball here on HN Sports.
Great,
We're glad to have you, Rose. Due up for the Raiders in the 5th, Miller, Kaspar, and Salazar.
All right, so let's see if we can break this game open here and get the bats rolling.
Sam Ortiz back out on the mound to pitch the 5th. He has 23 pitches in the tank right now. As far as his pitch count limit goes, he has a total of 110 overall, and of course last night's count will carry over into today. Swing and a miss for a strike.
Yeah, and again, Landon jumping, trying to get on that first pitch.
0-1, he hammers this down to third. Kinsey has it. The throw to first in time is wide of the bag, but Canalicchio, he's had a solid glove over there.
That's a big target.
This afternoon.
It's hard to miss that guy.
And he makes that stretch out there, keeping his foot on the bag to get the out. That will go 5-3 on the put out of Miller. We'll bring up Caden Kaspar.
And again, another one we'd love to see get the bat rolling here.
Kaspar will take for a strike on the inside corner. Oscar Salazar on deck. Pitch just misses.
Just inside. It looked like a great pitch. Had some good movement at the end, breaking back towards the plate.
That is fouled off for strike 2. So it's interesting. Last night, Ortiz was on the verge of being run out of the game. And coming back to today, he has been
dialed in.
So, that break has been beneficial. The 1-2 pitch, that's high and outside for ball 2.
But dialed in for him, down 2 runs.
Kaspar will foul this one out of play.
Staying alive.
Got a good crowd here today in spite of the break in action. Not to what we had last night. The 2-2, this is fouled away. Denise Miller check again. Let's go Raiders. Millers are watching in between flights.
Yeah, I know Don was hoping that he was going to be able to see the game in flight if it came down to that, so they may have been delayed.
So he held him up. Oscar, with his on-deck fielding, was kind of in harm's way, and Kaspar will foul this one off again.
Just like his last at-bat last night, just with the 2 strikes on him, he is making contact with everything that comes over there, fouling off and just hoping to get a hold of a good pitch here, one he can handle.
He'll take for ball 3 and work the count full. And that's the whole thing about it. This is like his 9th pitch in this at bat. And Kaspar will hit this one
right
into
through
left.
The hole. And look, as he waves his fist at his boys, it's like, let's get fired up, guys. Let's go. Let's have a big inning here. One thing that Coach and I were talking about, obviously he wants these guys being patient, and Caden doing a great job there, fouling off what he could, not swinging at something that was a ball, and then going opposite field with the pitch outside. I'd love to see it.
So you got some speed with Kaspar at first. And Salazar lines it to second, and Villanueva makes the double play. Oh, my.
Stuck in low man's land there. You can't fault the runner, unfortunately, on impact, on takeoff, and he's already got a lead. So
that'll go L4 on the put-out of Salazar, 4-3 on the put-out of Kaspar. And in a roundabout way, the Raiders go in order.
1, 2, 3.
Not in order, but they go 1, 2, 3.
They go down three
right.
up, 3 down in a matter of speaking.
Right. One hit, no runs, nobody left on, and on to the 6th we go. Trey Schluter makes his way back out. Due up for the Cougars in the 6th is Canalicchio, Ortiz, and Janner. Roseland checking in. Go Raiders.
And again, let's just keep the defense going. It's been looking extremely solid right now, and we do have Colin Correjo in at right field.
Correjo in for Mikey Caputo. Let's see any other changes.
I am not at this point. I just happened to pick up on that, and their size and stature is almost identical with Mikey and Correjo, but blonde hair versus black hair. So
right.
That's what tipped me off. I saw the blonde hair out there. I'm like, wait a second. And Coach, of course, making the substitution, letting the home plate umpire be aware of that.
Canalicchio 0 for 2. Well, I say 0 for 2. He's actually 0 for 1. He reached on an error and came around to score back in the first. And he grounded to second in the third. So he's 0 for 1.
0 for 1.
First pitch, this is lined back in the middle, off the foot.
Great job from Nolan Harris.
And the umpire calls him out, but the umpire called him out.
Okay, hang on. There's going to be a
conversation. And I assume they're saying he got in the baseline.
No, they're saying that he got around the tag and was not tagged. I mean, Nolan dove to tag him, and he tried to get around the play. But honestly, the way he came down, it looked like Nolan got a lot of him in the process of tagging him, that Canalicchio hit the ground pretty hard and was looking a little shook up over there. And immediately the first base coach for New Braunfels. And they call him safe.
Oh, my gosh.
And now the explanation will go over to Coach Krimpine as to what happened, because and I don't think Krimpine was very happy with that explanation as he walks back shaking his head to the dugout.
And so,
yeah, unfortunately that was a strong
it was
shot
off Schluter's foot.
Yeah.
And that will bring up Sam Ortiz. He shows bunt, and he does lay down a bunt. Schluter will play it, throw to first in time. The sacrifice will move Canalicchio to second.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, did he maybe he tagged him with the glove and the ball was in his hand, possibly with Nolan Harris, and obviously that would not count as an out call. But it did look like he made contact with the runner in Canalicchio, so not really sure.
That'll bring up Janner. Janner is 1 for 2. He is singled and grounded to first. Schluter looks Canalicchio back to second. This is hit foul down the first baseline.
You know, and again, Janner rolling over on that one. We've already mentioned that he is a very dangerous hitter for the Cougars, having only been retired once in this series so far.
He's been retired twice.
Twice now, okay.
He is struck out, grounded out. Pitch misses high for a ball.
Oh, he's the one that struck him out. Okay. Holbrook.
Schluter deals. Well, it's fouled away for strike two.
Canalicchio doing everything he could to draw the attention of Trey Schluter and sort of take him off of his game before he delivered that pitch, but Trey was having none of it.
1-2 the count to Janner. The 1-2 pitch. This is hit back up the middle. Schluter has it. The throw to first in time for out number 2. That will go 1-3 on the putout, and that will bring up Elijah Farley. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out to center and popped up around first, but the play made by the second baseman. We do have activity in the Raider bullpen. Oscar Salazar getting loose. That pitch misses high for ball 1 to Farley. (1-0) misses low for ball 2.
A little low on that one. Great breaking pitch, but has been very effective for Schluter up to this point.
Schluter from the windup. The 2-0 pitch. This is hit into right field. That will score Canalicchio. And that will bring up Jackson Kinsey.
And once again, Trey Schluter just in his zone. He'll get right back in there and go to work.
Farley extends his lead at first, and that pitch will miss for ball to Kinsey. Coach Harris calls time and will make his way out.
Yeah, quick little reset here. You know, also make sure Trey's not been affected by that hit off of his, I don't know, was it the shoe or
yeah, it looked
wrist
like off the foot.
Or ankle or, you know, he didn't show any signs of any problems.
Collins' great-grandma, Meemaw, watching from Smithfield, Texas. Great to have you with us, Meemaw.
Smithfield, Texas, that's awesome. It's near my hometown of Bastrop. Now the powwow at meeting at
Donna May checking in. Let's go Raiders. Grandma Shotty, let's go Raiders. You got this. 1-0 the count to Kinsey. Farley at first. Schluter comes set. 1-0 delivery. This is popped up. It's a high fly ball into foul territory. Caden Kaspar able to get to it in time. And that will do it.
Great job there, running hard, fighting the sun as well. I don't see sunglasses on, and as the sun is starting to peek out of the clouds, and great teammate in Blake going over back there and picking up his hat because it flew off. So great job there.
Avery Manat. Can I get a shout out from Corpus Christi, Texas? Go Raiders. Thank you, Avery, for tuning in and watching your Rouse Raiders on SHN Sports.
And now we are definitely seeing more of the parting of clouds as the sun is making its debut today.
Sam Ortiz on the mound. He's got how many pitches left? He's at 99 pitches. He's got 11 left.
And the rate he's been going, that may be one batter.
Well, it could be. He has 2 more warm-up pitches. Oh, he did? Okay. All right, due up for the Raiders in the 6th. Harris, Correjo, and Salazar. Gonzalez. Beverly Frazier checking in. Will Canalinkio's Mimi watching from Louise, Texas. Thank you for tuning in, Beverly. That is fouled back out of play off the bat of Harris for strike 1.
Yeah, and Sam Ortiz is just all over. Like, give me the ball. Let me get on the bump. Let me throw. Come on.
Sarah checking in. Yoo-hoo, Kate. And that pitch misses for ball 1. Yahoo, Caden. The 1-1 pitch. This is fouled back and out of play for strike 2.
Yeah, great job out there. And Blake was right there with him.
Tell you what, I'm feeling pumped right now. I don't know if it's the adrenaline flow or a swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1. If it's the adrenaline flow or if it's the coffee that I had this morning. I'm willing to bet it's the coffee.
Did you have the 911 from?
No.
No, you didn't have a 911?
Morning coffee, so I call my wife Sweetest, so it's coffee with Sweetest in the mornings. That pitch in for a strike to Correjo.
Again, that looked to be a little low in the zone and, hadn't been called a strike yet, but.
The 0-1, that's inside for ball 1, and that will even it up.
Colin really hyped to be in this game right now to help contribute.
This is fouled away for strike 2.
With the 1 run, we'd like to see a couple more here.
Blake Gonzalez on deck. That pitch misses for a ball, and that will even the count. Regardless of the pitch count, he will be able to finish this batter. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Ortiz with back-to-back strikeouts. He's at 108, and he will be able to finish. And I think Coach Kozel
double checking the count.
He can finish the batter. He can start a batter and finish it. So
yes.
Gonzalez has walked and struck out looking. That first pitch in for a strike.
And getting warmed up, I'm trying number 4. Which is going to be Mason Engel.
A breaking ball in for strike 2. And I'll tell you what, Ortiz has been dialed in this afternoon.
Yeah, Mason Engel is the one warming up.
The 0-2 pitch. This is fouled off. The 0-2. This is fouled off. The 0-2 from Ortiz. This is hit foul down the third baseline. And Coach Crampine helping his coaching box fielding percentage.
The coaching box fielding percentage.
Yeah. He's at 850 on the season.
So you're not
Pitch
giving
misses
him
high for a ball.
You're not giving those walks are the ones that he runs away from and gets out of the way of those little burners coming at him from Landon Miller.
1-2. That misses high for ball 2. Ortiz hoping to get him to chase. He gets the strikeout to side. This one's fouled down. Oh, and he didn't even try for that one. He hops over
He
it.
said no. He shook his head like,
With a little bit of hopscotch going on over there on that coaching box. You have to have a talk with him after the game.
He's smiling.
That's really hurting him. He's down to 705 now.
He had a grin and shook his head like, nope, I didn't want nothing to do with that one.
Little shotty on deck. That ball down and away for ball 3, and the count is full.
Great job of Blake Gonzalez getting back in this count to bring it full.
This one fouled back out of play, and regardless of the outcome of the at-bat, this has been a quality at-bat.
And it looks like Engel, if he is the next pitcher to come out, is ready to go as he's done with his warm-ups.
Ortiz will wind and deal the payoff pitch, and this is popped up and playable. Canalicchio will track it and make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders in the 6th. They go in order, and after 6 complete, it's 3-2 Rouse.
3 outs away from sending this to a Game 3, which, as we mentioned, if successful here, we will be making the trip south down 35 to New Braunfels Canyon Cougar Stadium. And
Trey Schluter back out on the mound. Due up for the Cougars, your 8 and 9 hitters, Head, Villanueva, and Irureta-Goyena. 8, 9, and 1.
And again, defensively, still the same as last inning. No changes here for Rouse. And the fans are at least getting a little reprieve of this humidity with the breeze that's out there, but unfortunately this box is just becoming a sauna.
Yeah, it's like an oven. We got all the windows up.
And
the door is open.
Wet, moisture all in here from inside these windows.
And it's interesting because the wind's blowing from right to left. As you can see the flags out in center field.
From the south. And Canopy may be coming out for our 6 o'clock game. I don't know. For a couple of hours of sun. And
right. You know, that's been the thing. The third game at New Braunfels the past 3 years has always had the sun blazing down on us. And so our equipment gets really hot.
Yeah, well, remember last year we were absolutely sweating our tails off. You know, with the canopy, it didn't matter. It was so humid, and the wind was blocked, remember, with the bleachers right behind us.
Right, yeah.
Sitting down below the bleachers.
Nicky checking in. Let's go Raiders. Schluter will deal a breaking ball in for a strike.
We do have a pinch hitter here, number 5, Braun Farr.
The 0-1, and Farr sends this one out to center field. Landon Miller able to get to it, and that will do it.
Sorry if you had already said that or not.
Farr. No, I did not catch that.
Okay, I just caught. I was like, wait a second, 5, that's Braun Farr. So came in to pinch hit for
Kyle Head, who was 0 for 2.
Kyle, yeah, who was the DH for this game. So
that will bring up Villanueva. He is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded to short, and then caught on the force to end the inning. He will take for a strike on an inside pitch.
And really working that inner half is Trey Schluter right now, trying to jam these guys if they're going to try to swing.
This is line to third. Gonzalez has it. The throw to first. in time, 5-3 on the putout, and the Cougars are down to their last out for Iruretagoyina, and he is 0 for 3.
And no better time than the present to put this thing away. Like I said, in pretty quick fashion, as we have not even made it to the 1 o'clock hour.
He's 0 for 3. He's grounded to short, popped up to right. Pitch misses low and struck out for ball 1.
Now Nathan trying to squeeze that up a little bit and get that strike call, but home plate umpire not having it.
1-1, a swing and a miss for strike.
And Isaac looking to tie the game up in one swing there.
The 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball. This is hit high into center. Landon Miller calls it, makes the catch, and that will do it. Your Rouse Raiders have taken game 2 from the Canyon Cougars.
In a 5-inning, 50-minute finish to the game. What a great job defensively for the Rouse Raiders. Did not really need many hits in this game. And there's the pitcher that I was speaking of in the gray shorts, right, for New Braunfels, that unfortunately was not able to go.
For New Braunfels, and
yes.
Wow. Trey Schluter picks up his first playoff victory of his varsity career. What an outstanding performance by Schluter.
Yeah, great job. I mean, he is, I love how they say the Bulldog. You get the recap, and it says the Bulldog went X amount of innings and allowed only this. I mean, he just shows that. I mean, let's give a tip of the cap for Sam Ortiz, who was struggling last night, gets the weather break, comes back this afternoon, and pitches 4 solid innings. I mean, I tell you what, you could just see it in his eyes, right? I mean, he went in with that approach that I'm not going to allow them. I know my offense can do something for me, was his belief, and he was not going to allow us to get any more hits and get any more runs, and he was able to do that.
So outstanding effort by both teams. You saw great plays by Caden Kaspar for the Raiders. Blake Gonzalez coming back and making solid defense from third. Will Canalicchio at first with that overhand from behind grab of that fly ball out.
Rayner running things down in foul territory and doing a great job over there. I mean, it just really was. I mean, that's, again, 50 minutes, 5 innings. I mean, that's just crazy because the defense was great. The guys were trying to jump on pitches and get some base runners early and unfortunately not able to do that for New Braunfels. But that's okay. We move on, and game 3, here we come.
Jonathan's going to run down the final numbers for us.
Yes, so final recap here. Obviously, your final score, Rouse 3, Canyon Cougars 2. We did allow Trey Schluter going 74 total pitches for the complete game, 54 for strikes. He did allow 6 hits. 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Obviously a key right there, no walks. Whereas on the flip side, you had a combination of Sam Ortiz going 119 on the pitch count and basically finished the game because he got that last out. So he did as well go complete game, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So the walks being the difference here in the game. We do have a very clean game here, pretty much, I would say, on both sides. But all in all, a great game for the Rouse Raiders.
Well, this is the thing about it. You take these two teams, and Rouse being a 4th seed every time they have faced the district champion Canyon Cougars. They have won district 3 years in a row.
Correct.
Over there, and they have faced Rouse as the number 4 seed every year.
Right, and with last year, obviously, we drew the 4 seed in the coin flip.
Yeah,
because it was a 4-way tie, but we still took that 4 seed.
Wasn't your run-of-the-mill 4th place seeded 4 team with the district champion. Both teams being district champions. That you would have a one-run win last night or Thursday night, and then a one-run win for the Raiders today. And
that's been the primary difference. So the last 2 years, the way it's played out is always a tight game one. Then game 2 was a blowout. You know, whether it be we blew them out or they blew us out, you know, in the overall score. Obviously not the case today.
Well, not the case in game 3 of last year where Rouse got it handed to him in game 3.
I wasn't going to mention game 3. But we did the same thing to New Braunfels the year before in 2021.
Right.
You know, game 3 we, you know, really crushed them, and then they did the same. They flipped the switch on us.
At any rate, what a series that this is between these two fine programs and well-coached programs with Coach Kozel at Canyon and Coach Crimpine at Rouse. So game 3 will be tonight at 6 o'clock. It should be a 5:50 start for us with the broadcast. Got things that we got to get done in between now and then and travel on down there. Angel, thank you so very much for your kind words. You are so kind, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in and watching Raider playoff baseball here on SHN Sports. For Jonathan Kaspar, Kathleen Forcell, Kenny Espinosa, I'm Michael Francis. Good afternoon, everybody. We will see y'all at 5:50 this afternoon.
See y'all then.